YouTube, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. We are gonna get my MR2 Spyder boosting on 2ZZ goodness again. Currently, I have two downed 2ZZs. This one and my LOTUS ELISE. I'm gonna be doing a garage video update soon. I'm gonna be doing a EVORA video update soon. Just more on my cars. You guys seem to enjoy my cars more than anything else, which I totally get it because I love my cars too. And you guys probably own my cars or similar cars to them or want my cars, and that's why you're here. So that makes good sense to me. So we'll do a garage update soon. I'll do an EVORA update. I'll do an ELISE update. I'm at big plans for the ELISE of what we're gonna do for it. But we're gonna go ahead and get the MR2 boosting again. So where currently last left off was the car's open. The fuel pump is out, as you guys can see here, and then the fuel pump is over here. We went with an AEM huge fuel pump right over here, AEM high flow. It's the same one that's actually in my ELISE. And then I ended up ordering some other things today from Monkey Wrench to get it going. So let's go ahead and jump into it now. Okay, I need to stream this. Monkey Wrench is the best. Matt from Monkey Wrench, I love you, Matt. You're honestly the best service ever. I ordered to get my wire harness. It had a crack in it. I've owned this wire harness for like 10 years. And the wire harness broke on a couple areas. I sent it to him on Friday. The following Thursday, he provided me the wire harness fixed back to me, all fixed, like almost immediately, super quick. Brought it back to me. In addition, I ordered a new OEM fuel filter. He got it back to me, and a fuel cap at the end of here. Got it back to me in like 4 business days. That's like across country and back to me in 4 business days. Thank you, Matt. You're the best. If you have a 2ZZ, if you have any LOTUS or any kind of 2ZZ, Corolla, XRS, Matrix, CELICA, anything like that, go to Monkey Wrench Racing. They have all your mechanical stuff. The best mechanical stuff for them. They're awesome. They know what they're doing. So what I did was I was able to, here's the old fuel filter. I was able to slide the new fuel pump into the new fuel filter, the OEM one. So I have an OEM one with an OEM cap right here with an OEM fuel sock. I cut it a little bit to get it fixed right there perfectly. It's in there, it's snug. This isn't going anywhere. The fuel pump is in there. I clicked and clicked the fuel pump to put it in together. In addition, I removed the old OEM fuel pressure regulator, and I installed, I have so many boxes. I installed a new fuel pressure regulator. I don't know where the box is. Oh well. Now I have a new fuel pressure regulator. It's in here. I got a new fuel pump in here. I got the wire plugged in here. Now what we need to do is just assemble this together. So I'm just gonna click all this together. All right, we've now assembled a beautiful, highest, biggest fuel pump you can get on an MR2 that I know of. It looks really good. Again, I probably could have gotten a new top hat, but I didn't want to spend the money. This is old. The rest of it looks pretty good. I cleaned it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and set this back in the car. We'll move over to the wire harness, but let me show you guys how to put this back on the car. Okay, so again, there's a process. I just showed you guys this. Believe it or not, I just showed you guys the same process on the ELISE. So first thing you want to do, you're going to want to put the fuel pump in. You got to put it in at an angle because there's these, you see how the angle goes in right here. We're going to slide it in like this, and then now it should be in there. Once it's in the tub, you're going to want to rotate it so it's like that. You're going to put this clip in here, but before you do any of this, grab this right here because you want this to line up, otherwise you're not going to be able to get it on. So, because you have to get this underneath the rest of these pipes and hoses. So what we're going to do is slide this on, just like this. It'll line it up with the holes that are in there, and be pretty accurate with them. Now once those are on, you can start putting clips in. So we'll go ahead and put this clip here, just like that, all the way in. We'll go ahead and grab I think this is the actual, that's the retainer side. and then here, here is the actual pressure side. We'll put this on, and then you're gonna need to grab this tiny little yellow retainer clip, this guy right here, and we're gonna slide that in next. Okay, next thing, once you have this in here, you're gonna wanna come around. These are all 8 millimeters. You're gonna wanna tighten these, all of these, all 8 of them. This is what keeps the fuel in the fuel tank and pressurized. There is a seal, so you wanna make sure you go tight so that you're not getting any dust or debris into the fuel tank. So these are all tight. There's even one in this little hole. And then this last one. Okay, so now you have the fuel line that you clipped into the top of here that runs this way, has this little protected shield. It's pushed in. Then you have this, the power line, the one that actually has the fuel charge into it with this retainer clip. This is how the retainer clip is. One time I didn't put it in there and gas went everywhere. Now that you have this, you're gonna wanna put this cover back on. It does have some epoxy glue. You might wanna put some new one if you don't have very much on there. But before you do that, you're gonna wanna clip this one and this one. White goes to the white part, black goes to the white part, or black part. Okay, you're all done now. So that is back the fuel pump in. We got the new fuel pump in there. Let's go ahead and start the wire harness part again. So we'll take my Apexy computer over there. We'll plug the MWR wire harness in. I think I'm gonna 3-in tape the wire harness to the back of this right here, or the computer to that so that it doesn't go around. There is a bunch of wires in there. It's due to the AEM methanol. I should probably tighten that up. So I might do some electrical tape on that, tighten it up. And then now I also need to run the VVTLI connector to the back of the engine bay. So let's do that now. Okay, I've taken the OEM wire harness and plugged it into the MWR Monkey Wrench Racing adapter. Very simple plug and play. Then I ran the VVTLI cable to right here. This is the VVTLI. You have to have this for variable valve timing and lift and intelligence. It goes into the cylinder right here. So the first one plugs right into there, the VVTLI, and the other one will go on the oil control, which is right there. And that's what's different between the 1ZZ and 2ZZ. I'm actually gonna run the wire up underneath here, so let me do that real quick. Okay, VVTLI connected, and then it ran back down there, back into there, and that's where it goes into, right down there. So you guys can see those wires. I'm gonna wrap those up real quick in electrical tape. So I don't want those exposed. Those are again from the AEM. This runs down to here to this thing right here, the AEM. And then once I have that done, once I do those, we'll plug the PFC. These are expensive. They're $1,000 computers, but they do a really, really good job. I do recommend, if you're gonna go NA, use a PFC. If you're gonna go turboed, look into the AEM EMS4. But this is solid for the year 2000 and 2001. This is a good one to have. Okay, everything's buttoned up, plugged back in, batteries in. We are good. I actually will have to go. I'm gonna put it back together and then we'll start the car. But I should make sure everything turns on. Yeah, PFC is initializing, it's good. Everything's good. Lights are good. We're good. All right, guys, we are back. look how awesome that looks. Just like that, got the car running again. It's pretty good. It runs pretty good. You guys saw it went all the way up high. It still has a little bit of a sputterish. It's a fast car. I forgot. This car's very fast. Really. It feels 0 to 60 like in town and stuff feels way faster than that Lambo did. No joke. But I need to do something else. It's not perfect yet, but I'm so glad I finally got a fuel pump. Check this out. Every time I've always had the car, it always seemed to kind of want to sputter when it started up. But here, check this out. Watch this. That's like 2 clicks. It's usually like 3 or 4 clicks before it starts. And it starts immediately right up. And I think that's due to that new fuel pump that I put in there. So I'm really happy with that. Fuel pump turned out pretty good. If you guys need questions for the fuel pump, comment down below. I'll help you with the fuel pump. It's pretty easy. It's not difficult. Make sure to like, subscribe, swing by. We'll do some more stuff. Again, this car made 232 horsepower, non-tuned. It needs a tune. So I might put this up for sale, the plug and play, and then I might put the ECU up for sale, and then I'm gonna switch over to AEMS. So I think I'm gonna try that next. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try that next. I think that might be the better thing. Then I'm gonna actually go to tune with it. I think the car, I put a clutch on it like 5,000 or 6,000 miles ago, and I really don't like this clutch on it. So I might think about doing a different clutch for this car soon too. But yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna do a garage update. Make sure to like, subscribe, getting stuff fixed, getting stuff back on. I got a new amazing daily driver. I get to daily drive my MR2 again. Like, subscribe, swing by MITCHDORE.com. I promise one day I'll get another CELICA, but hey guys, check out that view real quick. Look at this. See you on the next video.